Hey guys, the chances are if you clicked this video then you're probably looking for an electric bike to buy. Now if you don't know who I am and if you're new to Electroheads, my name is Eilis and I've been test riding electric bikes for the past 5 years. I've been test riding every electric bike I can get my hands on. E-bikes have changed my life for the better and today I'm here to share with you the experience and knowledge that I've built up over the years. So these are my top recommendations for 2025. These are the best bikes that I think you can get. I'm going to be covering road electric bikes, folding electric bikes, e-bikes for heavier people, step-through bikes, techie bikes. It's all here in today's video and this is all relevant for UK, EU, US and beyond, so get yourselves locked in. First up, I want to talk about the Engwe P275 ST. It is a step-through electric bike with a mid-drive motor which punches out an impressive 70 Newton meters of torque and has 9-speed Shimano gears. It is chunkier at 25.6 kilograms, but it is really set up for comfort for those longer rides. So long, in fact, that the range claim for this bike is 160 miles. So I took that number seriously and I did what any e-bike reviewer should do. I set myself up for quite a big cycle challenge. I attempted to cycle from London to Bath, which is a humble 120 miles, because I had to see how accurate the range claim was. If you want to come on that adventure with me and find out the real world range, then make sure to click this link right up here after this video. But this is a Ranger e-bike that can go the distance and is really functional thanks to the rear rack that is included, plus a removable battery. With it being so weighty, it's probably not very good for somebody who lives up flights of stairs and doesn't have a lift, but if you are somebody that has storage on the ground floor, then this is a serious contender. The price at the time of filming this is £1,899 RRP, but I do see Engwe doing some really good discounts at times, and we've also got our own discounts. If you click the link below, we can probably sort you out with a bit of money off. And if you are interested, of course, there'll be more links below so you can do some more digging. Next up is one of my favorite folding electric bikes to date. It is the ADO 20 that comes in at £1,099 RRP at the time of filming this video. Now, why do I like it? Well, it's lightweight, it's got a removable battery, it can fold down pretty compact, and you can also get a magnetic clasp for it as well, so it can clasp together so you can put it on public transport without having to worry about it opening up. And also there's a really cool walking feature, so if you kind of fold it once and you can walk along with a walk assist, so it's really easy to get around with the bike in all its different forms. But if you're somebody who's looking for a great folding electric bike that's easy to store and works great on roads and towpaths and is super low maintenance thanks to its carbon belt drive setup, this is a stellar option. However, if you live in a hilly area, you might want to consider the fact that this bike only has 1 speed. Now, I did do some hill tests with it and it did do really well, but if you live somewhere like Sheffield, you might want to have maybe a few more gears. Now, ADO do a 3-speed hub option. It does cost a bit more, but it does mean that, well, for me anyway, when I reviewed it, which you can find the video right here by clicking the link, it did really help when it came to tackling the hills. And actually there's also the ADO Carbon, another folding electric bike from ADO, which is super lightweight, which I do review here as well. But again, it just completely depends on what you're looking for in a folding electric bike. Now I'll make sure to drop a link to all these bikes down in the description below because they all are fab. Let's talk about good gear. Filming this right now, we are in the dead of winter. It's getting dark at about 4:30 p.m. So not only is it really important to have lights on your bike, but it's also important to be as visible as possible. So I find that having a light up helmet is crucial, particularly because if your bike lights fail, then you've got a backup as well. If you're a subscriber to the channel, then you'll know that I wear Lumos helmets like all the time. I love them so much. I'm currently using this helmet. This is the Lumos Ultra e-bike helmet. Switch it on and it has both front and rear lights, and you can actually link it up with the Lumos app so it can indicate left and right as well. This Lumos helmet is designed for electric bikes and it's gone through a really rigorous process to get itself a very special and well-known certificate, the NTA 8776 certification. It's a standard recognized globally for e-bike protection because, as you all know, when you are riding your electric bike, you do go at those faster speeds, so it's good to keep your lid protected. You can also bundle it as well with the Lumos Firefly mini bike lights. I attach both of these to my bike, and with this cool remote, I'm able to indicate left and right with them too. And because they have a magnetic and clip-on design, you don't have to just put them on your bike, you can also put them on things like your backpack. So when you have all of this set up, your helmet, your lights, they can all be linked up via the Lumos app, so they can all be indicating left and right whenever you tell them to do so. It's really smart. And with all of this, I find that there's absolutely no excuse for anybody to not see me. I do find when I've got lights on my helmet, lights on my bike, particularly if you're wearing reflective gear as well, it just means that you are going to be seen and actually do get a bit more attention because people are kind of seeing you in the distance being like, what is that floating light from top to bottom in front of me? And they take caution. If you guys are interested in getting any of these products, I'll make sure to put a link down in the description below. We'll also give you a cheeky little discount if you use the code Electroheads at checkout. You will get money off your order. You are welcome. All right, back to the bikes. Next up, let's move on to NOKO, an Italian e-bike brand who have made a real name for themselves in just a few short years. Now, if you look on their website, you can see they have a huge range of e-bikes available to cater to a number of needs. Now, there's 3 categories of e-bikes. You've got city, urban, and gravel. I wanted to actually talk about the NOKO range because I was very lucky earlier this year to be invited to Sicily by NOKO to come and see their factory newly launched and see how the bikes are built in real life. And you can see that quality control is a huge deal to them. They really try to make sure that they are creating incredible e-bikes for a whole range of people. They also did let me know that a cargo electric bike is on the way, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. But I have to be honest, I really couldn't pick out a favorite because I really enjoyed each and every bike that I tried. The NOKO Magma is a beautifully built electric gravel bike that sports drop handles and the Shimano GRX, an industry-first gravel-specific group set. It also weighs an impressive 12.8 kilograms, and yes, it is electric. The NOKO Lite is another lightweight commuter with simplicity at its core. A removable battery that has a claimed range of up to 50 miles on one charge, 11 gears, and a 250-watt Grinta motor. It's an impressive setup, even on the cobbled streets of Sicily. The NOKO Blaze is a chunkier build with a mid-drive motor, punching out up to 95 Newton meters of torque. That sends you off at the traffic lights or up the hills. It's 26.8 kilograms, but the 10 gears help you find that perfect cadence for whatever terrain you take it on. And that's just for starters because they are all customizable. So if you live in mainland Europe, because these aren't yet available in the UK, then I seriously want you to consider a NOKO electric bike. They were so beautiful. I would love to have one here, but sadly not yet. If you want to check out our 2-part adventure exploring Sicily with these electric bikes, then make sure to click the links right here. And of course, I'll put more information down in the description below. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video at all, then please make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to Electroheads if you are up for more news and reviews of electric bikes and electric micromobility. This next bike I had to include because it is my trusted electric steed when I'm not test riding other products. Now, we've been huge fans of Estarli since the early beginnings of Electroheads because they have just continued to create a great electric bike range. So I ride the Estarli E28, but that's not actually available on their website anymore. They now have a new and improved updated couple of versions, which look a lot sleeker and look really good. The E28.9 and the E28.X, both fairly similar in their offerings, except the former comes with 9 gears and a chain, and the latter comes with automatic 2-speed and a belt drive. So whether you prefer to cruise with automatic or really hit the hills in differing terrain with those gears, that's really up to you. I'm in talks with Estarli to review the E28.X very soon, so if you would like to see that video, then I'll make sure to put a link here when it's available. And of course, you can find out more information by checking the links down in the description below. On the theme of road bikes, this next pick stands out, not because of its gorgeously comfortable ride and great looks, but also the tech. Cowboy has made app integration an integral part of their experience. As someone who loves Strava and all that nerdy performance data, Cowboy can turn my bog standard commute into a treasure trove of information. It tells me how many calories I'm burning, how hard I'm riding. It gives me up-to-date information on air quality, and it gives me in-ride milestones that keeps me motivated. In-app navigation with Google Maps not only directs me, but also tells me approximately how much battery I have on arriving and on my return. So I'm never going to get caught out with a flat battery. And when it's time to lock up, you have the added peace of mind of built-in GPS tracking, so you can keep an eye on your bike when you leave it behind. Any movements whilst the bike is locked will send a notification straight to your phone. And I have to be honest, with a bike that costs this much, kind of needs to have all these bells and whistles. You can choose between a few different models which start at varying prices. I rode and loved the Cruiser, and I loved it so much that I actually got one for myself with a rear rack included for extra functionality. If you want to find out more about the Cowboy, then make sure to click the link down in the description below. Now it's time to talk about a seriously robust electric bike that has been purpose-built for the heavier rider or for people who need to put a lot of cargo on their electric bike. And by the way, if you are enjoying this video and you're finding it useful, then make sure to hit that like button. I am talking about the Pedibal Maxima, a fat tire electric bike that is functional, practical, and rangy. If you follow me on the channel, you know that I have ridden a bunch of Pedibal's e-bikes this year, but the Maxima did really stand out to me, not only because it has a max payload of 180 kilograms, which is way more than average than the standard electric bike, but it also caters to 6'5" riders and actually is one of the comfiest e-bikes that I think I've ridden. It's got multiple points of suspension, including front forks, seat post and undersaddle, but the 20x4-inch tyres soak up imperfections in the road, grip so well so you feel really balanced and supported, and even offers a DVSA certified twist and go throttle for an additional £200, which means that you don't even need to pedal. Now, this is really great for anybody who has mobility issues, who maybe doesn't want to rely on a car to get around, but can't always do the pedaling. The range is also brilliant thanks to the 20 amp hour battery, which is removable. I actually managed to get 49 miles of range in winter using both the throttle and the pedal assist. Now, Pedibal say that you can get up to about 37 miles of range with just the pedal assist alone. So I actually think this is a really fair range claim because bearing in mind I weigh 66 kilograms, so I'm not the target audience for this electric bike. But overall, I think that range is a really big tick. It does, however, weigh a whopping 37 kilograms. So although you can buy this bike as a folding option, I wouldn't really recommend it for a folding electric bike to be taking on public transport because it's pretty heavy. Good for storage, I'd say. If you want to find out more, then of course you can watch my full review right here or go down to the description below to click the link to find out more information. And just like that, we are on to the final bike. Last but not least, it is the Lite folding e-bike from Volt, which I did ride quite recently, and it blew me away. The team at Volt are another amazing British brand that have gone above and beyond to create a range of electric bikes that are not only built well, but perform well. It's also the first folding e-bike that I have ridden with a mid-drive motor. Now, if you don't know what that means, basically it's the placement of the motor rather than being the front wheel or the back wheel, it's in the middle, right next to the crank, which is arguably the best placement for it. It generally makes for a more balanced electric bike. It means you're getting a quicker delivery of power, and it also can usually mean a much stronger motor. This particular e-bike can punch out 75 Newton meters of torque, which means everything when it comes to tackling a steep hill. Although this e-bike only comes with 3 speeds, I was able to conquer the steep climbs of Crystal Palace with no problem with this e-ride. I really love the folding mechanism as well. The Lite comes with a double kickstand, which means when it comes to folding it, you don't need to take any weight of the bike. You can fold it down in 3 simple steps. Now, I've had to deal with some lower back pain now that I've gone into my 30s, so this feature, although it may seem minimal, was huge for me. The battery is also removable and lockable, so you can take it or leave it as you like. It's really comfortable, and to be honest, I was really sad when I had to give it back to Volt after my test ride period. But if you want to find out more information, then of course you can watch my full review right here or click the link down in the description below. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are my top 7 electric bikes for 2024 to take you into 2025. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did find it useful, then let me know down in the comments if any of these bikes took your fancy. Tell me which one. Tell me your use case as well. Why does it appeal to you? And of course, like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here for more e-ride news and reviews, and I'll see you for the next one.